How many of you truckers out there are ready for the 2026 CVSA International Road Trek, also known as May Blitz Week? It's scheduled for May 12th through the 14th of this year. And I got to be honest, I'm a little nervous, I must admit. During this 72-hour period, law enforcement in U.S., Canada, Mexico will conduct high-volume commercial motor vehicle inspections with special emphasis on electronic logging devices, man. You need to listen to what I'm saying. ELD compliance, man. And they're going to be checking cargo security. And here's a new segment to emphasize the seriousness of this week that we're going into right now.
Let's go over what an inspection will look like. First, the officer is going to ask you for your license and documentation, so make sure you have that in the cab ready to prepare. Remember to stay calm and listen to the instruction of the officer. For example, do not take your seatbelt off before he instructs you to. That could end up in a violation. On a level 1 inspection, the officer will usually start on the outside of the truck, work their way back, and then come back into the in-cab part of the inspection. The most common violation that we see are, of course, lights, tires, and brakes. But make sure you're checking all components on your tractor and trailer.
Listen, I want to prepare us for the possibility of being pulled over by a CHP officer. So here are some tips for the 2026 CVSA inspection, key details and focus areas that I want us to really post on and really think about, man, when you possibly getting pulled over. Again, you know, it's going to be next month, you know, the 12th through the 14th, man. So y'all be ready for this. I just want to keep you informed. So listen, for the driver portion of the inspection, inspectors are going to be checking driver's qualifications, like your license, your record, your duty status, medical examiner's card, you know, seat belts, make sure they're on correctly, you know, skill performance evaluation, you know, certifications and different things, man, you know. So these are the stuff they're going to be emphasizing on. And also status in drug and alcohol clearance house. So they're going to be checking, you know, make sure y'all ain't got nothing on your record. You know, inspectors also look for signs of alcohol and drug impairment. If an inspector identifies a driver out of service violation, they will place the driver out of service, right? So listen, it don't make no sense for you to get in the truck, you know, under the alcohol, you know, influence, you know. Listen, restrictions that the driver from operating their vehicle when they put you out of service. Here are some reactions from truckers who've experienced inspections during the years 2024 and 2025. So here, check this out.
Man, I tell y'all what, with Blitz Week's coming up in May 12th through the 14th, I think it is. Hey, y'all, hey, this trailer gotta be off the road, my boy, because the Lord forbid you get pulled off and get a level 1 inspection done. Gotta go.
Did y'all know over 300,000 truckers was put out of service on this blitz that happened this past week or this week that's for the leave? Did y'all know that? They put over 300,000 truckers, and 90% of them was from not speaking English and not being able to write or speak English. The other 10% was basically the trucks wasn't good enough to run, wasn't operable, however you say that word. That is crazy. But why are the rates still trash though? What we doing? What we doing? I've been home all damn week. What we doing? Y'all done put all these damn people out of service and talking about they can't apply to 7 years later. They got what? That is crazy work. Don't make no sense. Head itching.
May 16 through 18. You already know it's Blitz Week, baby. And guess what's gonna be the #1 target? Anybody with a deleted truck. For those of you that don't know that lingo, it means if your dev system is not working anymore, they're gonna bust your ass. So remember, May 16th through 18th, Blitz Week. So if you ain't gonna cut it, park it.
Hey, it's DOT Enforcement Week. I just wanted to show you guys here. This shoe is way too thin. Top one's not bad, but that will get you out of service. And this brake, they'll let you go on that. Adjustment looks good. They're good and tight. Everything, because you got to remember, if they pull you over, you'll be stuck there for, oh shit.
Hey, to my drivers out there, I hope y'all know tomorrow starts DOT Blitz Week. To my understanding, they cracking down on your tire pressure and your tread depth and your hours of service from what I was told. So if you out here this week, I think it's from tomorrow, the 14th through the 15th, 14th through the 16th, something, 13th, I don't know. One of these days, it's 13th through the 16th, my bad. But check them tires, make sure them tires got pressure, make sure they got the right size tread depth. I'm gonna be out here rolling crazy. Y'all know the drives got to be a different depth than the steers, all that, you know what I'm saying? Just make sure all your stuff in order. Duck and dodge them boys if you need to, but don't bypass the weigh station, because then you're gonna get tracked down. It's gonna be worse than what it needs to be. So just make sure your truck is right, inspect it, do them pre-trips and them post-trips, all right?
Hey, right here, I want to give you some tips for preparing for this next month's Blitz Week. And
I'm going to try and keep this real simple and explain what we would check for lights on a roadside inspection. Start at the front of the vehicle, both headlights, high-low beams, ID lights, clearance lights. Come down the side of the vehicle, side marker lights and reflector, back to the truck tractor, tail lights, turn signals, brake lights, emergency hazards. Going down the side of the trailer at the front, side marker light and reflector and clearance, constant QD treatment down the sides, rear of the trailer, tail lights, brake lights, turn signals. Same thing, mirror image on the left and right side for the rest of those lights. If the trailer is more than 30 feet in length, it is required to have an intermediate side marker light. Again, we're only looking at the required lights. In addition, if you have some type of a load that extends out the back or over the sides, there may be additional lighting requirements. If you want to find that regulation, you'll have to go to your lighting chart and look at footnote number 9 and number 10. It's just very specific where those lights have to be.
12 through the 14th, review your ELDs. Ensure electronic logs are functioning properly and that you can produce required records. Know how to turn that on inspection mode. Secure your cargo. Make sure you got your load bands and everything. Double check all tie downs, chains, cargo braces. Simple stuff, basic things, man. Do your pre-trip inspection, thoroughly inspect the brakes, tires, lights and required driving credentials, your driver's license, medical card. Make sure that you can speak English correctly, you know what I'm saying? Again, I remind you, put your ELD on inspection mode when you're showing your logs, Avoid violation vehicles that pass a level 1 inspection without credentials. Defects, you may receive a decal. They're giving us a reward for if you pass, but at the same time, also most companies, like my company probably will give drivers reward who pass their inspections, level 1, level 2 inspections, but I don't know how it is for owner operators or whatnot, but listen, no trucker wants or needs to be put out of service. So stay ready. You hear me what I'm saying? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Okay. You feel me what I'm saying? I just want to put you up on game. This is Starsky the Trucker. Hey, good luck out there on the road. Hey, I'll see you later.